Oh, shout out to hiphopisreal.com. Shout out to my whole World team. Shout out to everybody that hates me and continues to talk about me on radio shows. Because you are the real MVP. You don't want to get me picked.
Always run up on you at the stoplight. Keep your noggin on swivel for the cop
Street Star
lights.
Norbes, you know, one of the most controversial figures in battle.
I prefer to say the most controversial, to be perfectly honest, but you know, you gotta embrace that. That's my thing, man. Like, I love it. I love the attention. I ain't gonna lie to you. It's pretty cool.
You do actually like it.
I mean, like, you understand, like, people like
It's hate.
man.
It's a lot of hate though, Norbes.
I mean, hate is a good thing, man. Like, people think hate is a bad thing. Why hate on a nobody? You know what I'm saying? When you get all those people saying certain things about you, whatever, a lot of times I laugh. Like, when I hear interviews and stuff, it kind of makes me laugh. Like, man, that's how you felt. Shit, I just seen that nigga like last week. It was crazy. I wish I would have known, man. I would have brought him a Snapple or something, like, made him feel better. But in terms of that, I actually understand these guys' gripes and their situations, you know what I'm saying? But it's not justifiable. And you know, I take it as is, man. Like, you gotta stay like, I tell people like this, if you can dish it, you can take it. And you should be able to take it. So, you know, sometimes people are highly sensitive of their situations and their careers, and they feel as if you can impact it in any way with a snap of a finger. And I happen to have that type of power. And you know, sometimes when you gotta exercise your rights, or you gotta exercise your rights on your job, not everybody's gonna agree with it. And like your job, like, I don't know where everybody works, but you know, sometimes your manager gotta come down on you, or your boss, like, yo, man, you can't be doing that shit. Or sometimes you gotta get fired. I've never met a person that got fired that said, man, that's a great guy right there.
Sure.
So at the end of the day, you know, not saying anybody got fired or whatever people, however people want to take that, you know, it is what it is. Like, I stand for something, I stand for my brand, and I just do business accordingly. You know, I basically do business accordingly. So, I mean, it's cool. I really don't mind it. It actually helps me get more interviews and more money, so it's cool.
There's actually a lot of blogs calling for your head.
I'm sorry?
Like calling for you to be released.
Well, I'm actually an owner. I'm not, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm a boss. I'm not a lackey. Contrary to what Ms. Hustle said, I don't get Dutchess for smack. You know what I'm saying? If you do your research,
Partner.
yeah, that's my team. It's, you know, we have meetings. We do this. Obviously, Smack is the big homie, but we all serve a purpose. You know, what I mean? We got together in 2009. You know what I mean, with the purpose of building an incredible brand. I didn't just hop along and hang out with Smack. Smack's not gonna. To be honest with you, if it was that type of relationship, me and Smack don't hang out like that.
Sure.
You feel me? I mean, I love him. That's my big brother. But you know, Smack does what he does. I do what I do. We're two totally different people, but we came together for one common goal, which was to put together a great business, man. So when people try to downplay the situation, it makes me laugh because I just see so many interviews. Oh man, they should fire him. I'm like, what? Or my favorite was resign. They should impeach him. You can't, and that's why I try to tell people, like, man, like, there's one thing about me. I understand business, and I understand the definitions of words. And a lot of these cats, you know, it's just crazy. Like, somebody called me Benedict Arnold, which was hilarious to me. You know, Benedict Arnold, if you read history or whatever, he turned his back on the Americans for the British, correct? Mm-hmm. And that, if I were to be a Benedict Arnold, I would have turned my back on Smack and decided to say, let's say, go with Total Slaughter or King of the Dot or anybody, or give them info. So a lot of times I just kind of laugh at it. A lot of shit is funny, man. And like I said, I got a lot of people that inspired me or kind of have walked me through this stuff and prepared me for it, like Star from Star Buckwild. He's definitely the most hated. And you know, time to time, if I need somebody to talk to or pick his brain, Star's one of the first people I call. You know, Gerald McCoy from the Buccaneers. You know, you're talking about people that highly get ridiculed by mass media. Like, you know, his team didn't do well this year. Obviously, they're going to him for the answers, and sometimes you don't have all the answers for everybody. So people like that inspire me. And like I said, like, I really don't care what people say.
You got all these people calling for your head, but does Smack ever come down on Street Star Norbes and say, you're not doing something right?
You know what's crazy? when it comes to me and Smack, we're kind of like, I guess you would say like the faces of it. So we're kind of, in a sense, like, damn, we're almost like talent. So like, if Smack got to say something to me, he gonna call me on a one-on-one. But no, I've never received a call from Smack like that. It would usually be Beasley or Chico calling one of us, and like Smack will do something or I'll do something. And, you know, it's a big brother thing, but there's only a few people that could actually call me and tell me, yo, no, you wild. And Smack would be one of them, but I've never had a conversation. Beasley has called me, Chico has called me, and you know, me and Chico kind of fight like brothers. So like, to be honest with you, I've never been reprimanded, no. Like, just be like, you know, they understand the fire I have for the brand and the passion, and I fight for my brand. And, you know, you can't be mad at somebody's his loyalty towards his company. You know what I'm saying? Like, these guys have loyalty towards their brands. You know, like whether it be a Show Off or Naughty Boom or Excel, that's their brand. They have loyalty to their brand. You know what I'm saying? And you know, that's my brand. Smack is my brand. You know, and like I said, if Smack really had an issue, he would sit down and talk to me. And honestly, he laughs about a lot of this shit, because I say a lot of this shit that maybe he may want to say. You know what I mean? He just won't. I don't care, man. It's fun to me, man. It's fun. It's just when people start talking crazy, like, you know.
Another addition to your cast or your staff. I don't know how deep she's into it. Nellz.
Yeah.
2014 been the emergence of Nellz. How do you feel about her?
I mean, when I recruited Nellz, it was more on some, like, you know, the radio shit. But Nellz is an integral part, like, in terms of promotion. Yeah, she go hard for us, man. Like, Nunu
you can't
has
say
a lot
anything
of,
about the URL.
No, you can't. Like, Nunu's like, me and Nunu fight like brother and sister. Like, if anybody fight, it's me and Nellz. Like, we go at each other. But at the same time, she'd be the first person, ironically, if somebody came and tried to press me, she'd be hitting a nigga with a chair type shit. So Nunu's definitely riding for the brand, and she does a lot of promotions for us, and she's just loyal. And, you know, we kind of similar in a lot of ways, me and Nellz, man. We just real passionate about what we do. Pretty much it.
You might be the most hated man in battle rap.
I mean, shit, man. Somebody got to do it. You know? There's a lot of people that love me, though, too, man. Like,
we love you, Norbes.
Man.
You treat us for real. You treat us.
I don't like Hollywood, man. I just make you guys bring me 20-piece wins and we good. Like, simple.
I don't understand the hate personally. I defend you a lot, Norbes, because I appreciate the man treats us. You was one of our first. You first with us when we had a little handy Sony cam.
Or the Flatbush.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like, come on, that's love right there.
But there's a lot of stories like that, but people don't want to focus on the positive. Like, for instance, people always want to shit on you, but, you know, when I took it upon myself to when I started managing jazz, to say you're not battling while you're in school, because I feel like school is the most important thing, and that's a fact. But yeah, nobody wants to talk about that. You know, they just want to talk about disgruntled employees or former employees. And, you know, that doesn't sell. That's why reality TV is so big. Because it's a bunch of fucking bitches yelling at each other. And niggas getting high and complaining and fighting, because that's what sells. And in today's society, you know, that's what it is. And I entertain a lot of people. A lot of people like to hate. I'm just glad that, you know, I can make their days pass by at work. You know what I mean? And, you know, it's cool, man, because I could honestly say, in my heart of hearts, that I've never screwed anybody over. I've never done bad business. And I'm comfortable. I can say that. I never jerked anybody in any type of deals, you know. So I'm pretty good. I can go to sleep. A lot of you niggas can't. I've never taken money from nobody. I never did this, never did that. But there's a lot of stuff been done to me. I don't put it out there because I believe that everything happens for a reason, and I do believe in karma.
Sure.
You know what I'm saying? I believe whatever you put out there is what you get, and I try to, you know, I help a lot of these kids. And like I said, you can't help everybody. You just gotta focus on yourself and doing what you feel is right. And, you know, at the end of the day, when you become a bigger figure, like, I never dreamed of this becoming the way it is, or people taking to it. Like, I can't go on dates, or I can't even walk around half the time in certain areas or whatever, because people stop me and recognize me and take pictures and stuff. I've walked around with a lot, you know, I fuck with a lot of the people on the Giants or teams, and I get recognized before them. So it's kind of it's kind of surreal and it's kind of crazy. And like I said, man, like take it with a grain of salt, man. Like I don't really care if people don't like me because I'm probably the only one that'll watch the battles with the fans in the crowd. I've done that multiple times. I sit there watching, joke with fans, walk the line, tell people thank you for coming in and stuff like that. But there's always someone or a group of people that just don't agree with what you do or envy what you do. So they'll try anything to knock you from where you're at. And if you don't believe that's true, then you know, it's bullshit. People hated Jesus, man. Let's keep it real. When somebody tried to save or tried to preach the word, people that hated Martin Luther King, people hated JFK. So I'm not saying I did anything to those men, and to the levels of what they did, but if they can be hated, who am I to say I can't be hated? You know what I'm saying? So I take it as a compliment. It means I'm doing something.
You're human. Does the criticism ever get to you?
Nobody that I cared about actually said anything like really bad. Like when me and Math were going through it a little bit, it hurt because that's my brother. You feel me? Like when the whole punch thing and that might have been a stressful situation because I kind of I had to ban my brother.
Some wave had to part him like a torpedo.